Summit 3rd edition starts now. We're through the preseason phase. We're through the play-in phase, whatever you want to call that. It gets real right now with the Lads Let Loose podcast in partnership with Summit Edition 3. This is Rofs versus 8th in the first round of Summit Edition 3. Welcome aboard. This is your boy Frankie, and alongside me I've got Odyssey, Hacksaw, and Sharpy. Boys, how are we? Oddy, how are you going today?
Always great, mate. I'm keen for another round of Summit, and yeah, fucking looking forward to it.
Sharpy, how are you? It's late over there, by the way.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Running on a few hours sleep, and just pleased I'm still awake to be involved for this stream. Fingers crossed it's a good one.
Yeah, same. Thank you very much for joining in, mate. We appreciate having that international flavour. And Hacksaw, how are you going, mate?
I'm going very well, boys. They've just started. We've got Cursed Warfare at Night.
Oh, interesting.
All right, so our streamers, we've got Kenny Powers from Rofs, Soggy Biscuit, Keystone from
Bro,
the 8th,
it's Cursed Night.
and Mayar from the 8th as well, so should be a good game.
Yeah.
Alright, boys.
I mean, if you're going, like, we know Rofs are as a team, but 8th seem to have made some significant strides since last time we watched them play. They got a rematch with 9th and actually beat them. And they've also, I think they've recruited some new players from some other high-quality teams, like such as Berserk recently, so it's going to be an interesting match, I think.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to draft. It's all good.
I know. I already have it.
Tonight with a bit of experience coming into that team, because we'd say that's probably the only area that they were lacking, just having some seasoned pros that have done this kind of thing before. If they can get those guys playing a big role tonight on Kursk, we could see an interesting match. Because like you're saying, Oddy, if we went back sort of 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, I would have said this is going to be a bit of a steamroll for Rofs, but I think we're in for an absolute ripper of a game tonight. Sharpy, have you heard much about 8th?
I've seen they've been getting a few good signings recently. With the misfortune of a few other clans. I think a couple of Berserk guys have gone over there. So it should be interesting. Rofs played Rofs a little bit last season. Played them this season at all. Always been a formidable force. But yeah, it should be an interesting fight, especially on this map. Night and Kursk, you lose a lot of advantages, especially from the German side, where they have that armor superiority.
Yeah.
I think just a quick look at I think the numbers from last year. There actually hasn't been any. I haven't got any numbers here, but I think the win rate is. I think it favours the Russians on this, especially at night. Especially at night. So it could be an interesting game.
Good layout there on the map. It's back to back. Going there down the bottom in the blue, a little bit spread apart there in the red. Rofs don't necessarily rush for that midpoint. I mean, they do place emphasis on it, but they don't necessarily rush up there. I wonder if 8th can put some pressure on once this wall goes down.
Ignore that move marker. That's for me. Like I said, I'm
definitely tough in the tank. Hacksaw, you wouldn't want to be playing Kursk at night in an armor.
Nah, no thanks. I don't envy them at all. I don't like the night maps one bit.
It sort of takes what the map's all about and ruins it with the fog at night. Like, it's a tank map. It's open sights. You got your AT guns. There's cover for infantry with the grass and the trenches, and then you add in the fog and the night. It turns it into a close quarters, just infantry fest. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it either at night.
Yeah, it's hard. It's real hard. Maybe maybe using your recon and getting some flares up a little bit closer to the battlefront might help some spotters. But yeah, it's going to be hard in the armor for Soggy Bicky and co.
Funnily enough, I think we watched 9th play on this map against... Who was it? I can't remember. It was a very short match. It only lasted about 30 minutes. But they used a lot of lighter tanks due to the fog and whatnot. Yeah. They got their infantry to get in and mark up the tanks, and they had like 2 light tanks up from the Germans. Yeah, 2 light tanks up and like recons and whatnot, and they'll just go around and flank the enemy armor, as opposed to using heavies, because there's no long range advantage or whatnot with the fog, unless you can get your recon in there giving you a 100% accurate mark on sort of a stationary target.
That's a great call. I like that. 3-1 to 8. That happened.
Yeah, I just hope they can consolidate well. I think there's a lot of not so much a tactic going around, but there isn't such an importance to win the mid cap unless you're going against an extremely strong defensive team. Sometimes losing the mid cap, you can capitalize on it. Not them not having the chance to set up on the point, and then you can just roll on in. We've had a couple of games like that where it's favoured us almost not winning the mid cap race. But no, it should be interesting. I think as well, you lose a lot of line of sight once you get into the Russian half of the map. German side, there's a lot more view range. As soon as you drop down into that valley, the fog is just horrendous. So it's going to be a hard one for the Russian side to get their tanks up without getting especially hammered by. Is it the Rofs are on the German side? Is it? Or are they on the
Rofs are on the Russian?
Yep.
Yeah, well, right. Well, then maybe I'd be worried if I had Rofs on the German side running around in fog. I'd be worried. So I think small blessing in disguise for 8th there.
One thing about Rofs, and I think you'd probably let me know if you disagree, Frankie, but they love a really wide, deep flank. So I wouldn't be surprised to see armor and/or infantry right along the borders of the map using that fog, sneaking up and maybe encircling them, or building, getting their spawn points in behind them, and all of a sudden, there'll be a pretty significant push on that mid, I'd suspect.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know what I like about Rofs? They're very hard to say that they're any one particular style. Like, I've seen them play conservative, I've seen them play aggressive. They're very much about adapting to what the map's presenting them with and what the other team presents them with. So you kind of start seeing what Rofs are going to do after about 15 minutes, whereas some teams you're watching them and you know immediately what the game plan is. But Rofs, they take a little bit of time to figure out what's going on, and that says a lot about the team. They're very, very clever at adapting to their surrounds. So I think they'll be doing a lot of thinking right now and coming up with their game plan. Not necessarily on the fly, but if you know what I mean, just being adaptable.
Cool. We got a bit of an armor battle here.
Yeah, I think we've got the Rofs tank now. Is it the enemy medium they're engaging? Must be with the rate of fire going. I think that was a hit then.
Definitely.
The one hit up on this. This is important. If they get this kill.
They're very
gets
patient.
The medium kill, it's a great advantage.
Not rushing it, not pushing the action, dropping back.
Oh.
And you've got to love that T-34 for its ricochet ability. It's brilliant for that.
Yeah.
The Russian tanks in general seem to be great for that. That is so, low profile and sloped and angular. Bloody, very hard to hit at times.
You can see enemy infantry moving around on them now. Yeah, I think they deleted him anyway.
Well and truly.
OP's lighting up behind us on west side.
All right, let's have a look at the map now. It seems to be consolidating, but maybe not just enough at the moment. Only seen one garrison there. Didn't see any backline Garys, so they won't be careful with that.
Rofs using that edge of that map, that wide flank. Yeah, they'll be.
Oh yeah, they'll be in there. I think as well if Rofs can hold the flank and the windmills, will open up. If they can hold the windmills when they cap mid, it will open up their push for the next point. Yeah. Oh no, they've not got bad garrison set up now. Windmills, they've got one up there, which is really good idea. 2, and then one on the back line. Obviously, I'd like one back on my defense point, my second point, but
yeah.
Oh, they seem to be getting a cap. They're getting cap pressure on 4th.
Interesting. I'm sure Rofs will get fellas back there pretty quickly.
This is not what I expected.
Yeah.
I feel Rofs must have a large spawn somewhere because there's not many people on that 4th point from the 8th side, so the Rofs mustn't have many people there. Yeah, they're defending already with just one man going in, so.
Keep pushing.
Frags out. Frags
Headshots,
out.
baby. Headshots.
I need backup on Meyer.
Reloading.
You're good, Swampy. Keep pushing.
Reloading up. Beard shot.
One thing to take into account as well, the Russian PPSH on these maps is horrendously effective. I call it the suppress and depression. Every time you stick your head round a corner to engage someone, you just get a fistful of PPSH rounds to the face.
Yeah, especially like what he was saying before with it being night, the close quarters combat just gets ramped up, and you hear a PPSH coming around the corner, you know you're in trouble.
You're in a trench.
Yeah, it's not a nice feeling.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I remember, like, specifically playing against UTFMC fellas. On some of the Russian maps, when you get like Kharkov or something, and you're all running your PPSHs, and you know you suppress the fuck out of you until you get one of those headshots or something, you know, and it's just not much you can do. It's a great little weapon if you know how to use it right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, one of my favorite sayings is accuracy and volume. You know, you send enough rounds, eventually you're gonna hit something. I think PPSH is a testament to that.
So try to
For a moment, then Rofs have got good pressure on. Got good pressure there.
Rofs in behind, looking encircling them. They're covering at least 3 or 4 different angles.
Gary just went down.
Encirclement's again, and they're doing it well.
Yeah, I feel 8th haven't got much meat grind going on at the moment. They're concentrating on the flanks, which is important, but they're leaving the front door open, I feel. You know, you look there, there's no men in between them and the red-blue line at all. Even in towards east.
Garys have gone down. They're strangling them.
Went down to our southwest.
Yeah, look at that. It's, yep.
Yep, backline Gary's gone. Backline Gary's gone, yeah.
Yep.
8th really need to pull their guys in and start fighting back out from the point.
They're moving in. They're in the house.
Copy.
Right
I'm
there.
moving. I'm moving.
In front of you.
They're in.
Soggy still hasn't gone down yet. He's still up in the
He's
default.
kind
doing
of pretty
well.
well.
Very conservative. Safe.
Did we see where the 8th tanks were? Didn't see them on the map.
I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah, you see now, this is, from a guess, is where they're pushing through on the, straight through the meat grind. Look at it, that tank's just sat there, north of the point.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Chance, if you can go on support, let me know when you're ready.
I can.
Garrison's back up though.
Okay.
There you go. The
You've
8th
got
got a
a-
heavy coming up the back.
Oh, right, sweet. Oh, that could be. Oh, yeah, that could be a big difference. It should be able to deal with that T-34. They've got the garrisons back up pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's good.
That's the
Good
meat.
garrison maintenance. It's nice to see.
That's 8's medium down by the looks of it, but they have got that heavy on the way. So
It's bringing in a heavy, okay. I suppose heavy would be great for defense on here if you got your infantry around it covering it.
yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, it's in my head. It's in my head now with you saying how the Ninth handled it running those lighter tanks. I would have liked to have seen maybe that come into play, but
Yeah, well, they were very offensive from the start. I believe they capped mid straight away and then just ran with it, light and fast, blitzkrieged them, those light tanks. And as you said, if we see them play defense, perhaps they may have got just a heavy up to sit on that point and be a bit of an anchor.
Yeah, I think the whole idea behind the light tanks is you can obviously spawn one early on in the game, and is to help on the cap pressure for mid more than anything. I think then also obviously their last game in Summit, they just happened to still be alive, so they utilised them well. We played a game we played a game with them last week, and they did exactly the same. On Carantan, they flooded us with a couple of Stuarts and mediums straight onto midpoint.
Yeah, big time.
Hey, Keystone, this would be good to place mines next time you die. I know. Well, we could switch.
You see, Rofs had field don't have. Oh no, this is back to 8 now. Still got a good garrison set up.
Oh, what do you do in this position, dude? I'm so conservative. I just want 8th to sit on 3rd and just hold it for a while and let themselves settle down. But they look like they're continuing to try and push through, which might just play right into Rof's hands.
Yeah, I think it's all how you execute it. You need
Yeah.
to keep that pressure. Best line of defense is
right.
attack. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it disrupts
Put an
any
OP while I
pressure,
was out.
and even if you can just apply some pressure just to
Put a
back them,
garrison
put them
down.
on back foot. But for me, 8th have left their front door wide open.
It is, isn't
Obviously,
it?
rightly holding the flanks, but with too
Yeah.
much manpower.
Yep.
Rofs have got a good defense Gary setup going on now as well.
Let's get this drop in on my sector.
Copy that. I'm just defending the top.
Contact here on empty marker.
Coming in, Gary 5.
Near those buildings. Temper OP's going down.
Guys, they're in the trenches up front in front of point. Give me 1 second for a ping. We have already started.
Hey, they are pushing in on Gary 5.
Shell it right here. All around it. Shell all around it.
Well, I think we're about to have a tank battle going on. The German heavy tanks pushing up to where Rofs medium is.
North and west.
Here
If
we
we can
go.
get that on video. Here we go. Yeah, there's the ping. This is not a view you want to have from a T-34, is it? Tiger or Panther comes over the hill.
Interesting though, I did notice on the map, didn't look like they had any friendly infantry close by. If there's a few straggling Russians out there, could be an issue.
Yeah, definitely. And I wonder if they've taken the Panther or a Tiger. I tend to favour the Tiger for its survivability more these days. Now that the Panther doesn't have its reload speed.
I think they're using the Panther. I think it's a 76mm gun.
Oh,
so definitely, yeah, it must be
back an engine gone. Oh no, this is the T-34.
Oh, we're on the rough side. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
IS-1
we've got an IS-1 moving up. Ooh.
Look at Ruff's chasing it. Oh, fucking 8th chasing him. I'm gonna get a SATI on him.
Some good gunplay there, and there's the PPSH doing what it does best.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't be opposed to personally is if they did limit the automatic weapons just a little bit more. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but at the end of the day, it is a World War II game that they do try to keep somewhat accurate. I mean, on this map, I would imagine, at least half the team, if not more, are running automatic weapons. Not something you typically see. It should be mainly rifles and whatnot.
Never really thought of that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, because I think it's balanced well in what is actually useful. So, like, like a German AT, obviously, if you can run an AT most of the time, like it's bazooka or Panzerschreck. So then you got the Kar 98, haven't you? I think it levels itself out in places, apart from like roles like the assault class with the STG and the satchel, which is just lethal combination.
Oh yeah.
I think it does level itself off well enough.
Oh, I'm not saying they're not
No.
balanced well. I just think that
Oh.
there's probably too many automatic weapons on the field on average. Just in my opinion, like it's not a massive issue. I love it. Like I love having the STG as much as I can. Give it to me every game. But you know, if the whole team's sort of running STGs and MP40s and FG42s. Well, not, you know, a majority of them. It's not
They're just
yeah.
a very well funded battalion. That's all. Well, IS1's still running up. Where's he running now? Yeah, so Rofs got the cap, but they've capped back straight away, 8th by the looks of it.
Yeah.
I have to keep an eye on that. You know, following this IS1 up, keeping eyes on him the whole time.
Yeah, so is he coming back from the Russian lines? Well, he must be, yeah. Oh,
Oh.
good night, Vienna. And 8th again are putting pressure straight on 4th, which is good.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Same. Rofs aren't going too wide either.
Go to M squad. And then come back whenever, if we take it or,
Very interesting.
if it's not looking good up there.
Mm-hmm.
No, you stay with me.
It's
I don't know.
I know they've made some
I'll
recruits and whatnot, but it's
dominate
very,
Oceania.
very. I mean, the game's nowhere near over, but it's very impressive to see the turnaround from what was it 5 weeks ago when we first watched them play against Ninth, something like that. Hasn't been a very long period of time, and they've appeared to make drastic improvements.
They're a different
We're
outfit.
about to have another tank fight going on now. So, Rofs have the IS-1 in F5, and I think there's a German heavy tank pushing up like a grid square to the southwest. So it could be interesting.
OP swap does not fucking work sometimes.
Let the big boys fight.
Just south of the middle point, the German heavy is.
Yeah.
King.
I'll get another heavy on the field. This is important now.
No, I was putting OP
They can
guns.
stockpile these before they take another push. Be a big play for them.
So the fog cleared up just a little bit.
You can slap it down like right here.
I think a lot of it depends on where you are on this map. Like I said before, if you're anywhere south of like the middle point, fog isn't as bad once you get out into the higher ground. As soon as you drop low, it's just
You can
like
see
someone
right
turns the
there.
lights off. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
what's the lights off.
When I'm streaming and they tell me to swap, and
I like
sit in
that.
there and Mike squad's full,
It's,
and I'm sitting there and I'm trying to
I wouldn't
go
be
house
be
squad
mad though
and
if they
not
did
one
have it
OP
dissipate
anywhere
maybe
in the
throughout the
game.
round or
Like,
change a bit.
Ooh, so what we got going on here now? So this is the IS-1 pushing towards the Panther, I think. Where is that? No, that's they must have lost the Panther. Lost the original
Been that
IS-1.
guy.
No longer on the map.
Yeah.
All right, Keystone. Let's go further out here. All right, you place it in that trench. This is good.
8 getting a new defensive Gary up on the flank.
Great position.
Interesting now whether they hold this much manpower up here or they leave that back down. God, just look at that fog. It's the worst.
So intimidating.
I said it just, that the Gavea is one of my favorite guns, but as soon as you come to the fact that you've only got 20-meter vision,
Yep.
it suddenly stops being so viable.
Disregard my ping.
That'd be
I don't know about you
interesting.
guys as well.
Go ahead, bro.
I seem to always hit 2 shots at close range. Long range, 1 shot down, 100 meters, 150 meters. Up close, I always end up hitting someone in the leg, and they just light you up. It does my head in.
I'm lucky to even hit the leg.
I'm looking to anything.
Don't need to hit the leg if you just sat him, mate. Take out the whole point.
Come on, boys.
Eighth have got a good garrison network going again now.
Yeah, they do. They set up really well. I'm impressed by 8th today. Every time they open up the map, I'm stoked.
I would just like to see him push more and hold that red-blue line. They're just allowing Rofs to have too much freedom getting into their sector rather than utilising the fact that it's a straight line.
Yep.
The same before in regards to the fog. Imagine if you had fixed bayonets on this and you could bayonet charge. Pop up out of the trench.
Bayonet charge and proximity chat. Just start abusing someone.
Be unreal.
Friendly.
Yeah.
Up ahead, there's multiple. Got one.
I was unlucky then.
Snake 7 with the 8th. Is that Snake 7 from us? From Oceania? Have the same exact name.
Did I see that correctly?
You think so?
Maybe it's on a Lend-Lease deal.
Wow. Snake 7 of the E-Tool fame playing for the 8th. Wow.
Good stuff so far. We knew this was going
It's
to
an
be
interesting sign. Well, I mean, he'd bring him a bit of experience, I guess. He bloody knows the game inside out. I don't know what kind of player he is, but he knows a lot.
Yeah, he's definitely got knowledge and he's willing to share it, even if you didn't ask for it.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Lovely guy.
Bless him.
Yeah.
Oh, see. PSH again.
Alright.
Well, they've now, since I've mentioned the not having much meat grind, they've just built a garrison in F5 right between the points. That's an important garrison, and it's already red.
It's red straight away, but that's what you want to see him do. That's what you want to see him do. That's great.
Just to apply pressure, stay within cap sectors and defense sectors, especially on points like this, which are so linear. Rather than you having to get across horizontally from a side of the map point. It's easy for you to switch between defense pressure and offense pressure, both teams.
Yeah.
Rofs have got a few men up by the windmills again now, so they're probably going to get that garrison that 8th put down.
The fact that garrison did go hot and red straight away probably indicates the impetus that Rofs are putting on holding their front door and making sure that that's locked tight.
Yeah, their garrison setup is a little bit more experienced, I'd say, how it's set up. Rather than the whole garrison right on the point, or they're all placed around it, so to speak.
Another thing as well, Rofs are generally the infantry are very good long-range shots, on average. I'm wondering if, sort of this sort of terrain and, the fog and whatnot is taking away just a bit of the advantage that they usually have. Because you usually play against them on like Foy or something or an open map, and clear line of sight, it's very tough going. They're very accurate at very long ranges.
We'll get some attack pressure here in a second, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Especially you stop being able to shut down flanks, don't you? You know, you can't just sit an
And
MG
now, with the
on a
lads let
wall and
loose
say, right, keep an eye on
podcast
that
in
field
partnership
over there.
with Summit Edition
You've
3.
got to have a man
This
pretty
is
much every
Rofs
100 meters
versus 8th
somewhere,
in the
just
first
keeping an eye on
round
things.
of Summit Edition 3. Welcome aboard.
Absolutely.
They just breached our right east side perimeter on defense.
You like out, Pedro?
I like the use of comms there. They're just breached out, right side defense or whatever he said over there. Like, just clear. I can let them know where it is, what's going on. Staying calm.
Yeah, you can't underrate good comms. That's so integral to any team that's going to be successful this edition of Summit. You need to have the comms there. What do you think, boys, in this kind of map? Would you be running smaller fire teams
they've
into
just
attack,
started.
or would you
We've
have
got
your full
Cursed
sort of 4 or
Warfare
5
at
man
night.
squads moving sort of dynamically around? I'm kind of thinking I'd be running a smaller group with the fog, and that way you're not losing a full squad when you're
Soggy
pushing
Biscuit.
into certain points.
Keystone
Bro,
from
it's Kirk's
Agreed.
night.
Yeah, I think, popping up with your little 2, 3, whatever 4-man squads everywhere,
Yeah.
having more spawn points, and yeah, absolutely, I agree with you, Frankie. How about you, Sharpy?
Yeah, the same. I think it's important to have men everywhere and spawn points everywhere. More the
Yeah.
better. As House said during our interview a couple of weeks ago, months ago, SL's the best role. You get to hear, see, and do everything, and you get to spawn as much as possible. So I think it's definitely 3-4 man teams. Nothing bigger than that.
No.
Attacking's more clandestine, more make it up as you go along.
Yeah.
Especially like a backline harassment. That's what I'd be working on now if I was Rofs. I'd be working on trying to get in behind like they are now, as you can see Kenny here now. Getting behind them, getting on their backline garrisons, making them uneasy, and then allowing the door to open for an attack.
Yeah.
Whilst they're panicking. So this looks like to be the IS-1 on defense, Rofs defense point. Just scanning. That's going to be a horrible situation to be in. You can't see anything.
No.
It just gives you that image of Jurassic Park 2. The raptors are in the long grass. That's what I ever think. Run.
Of all the time that I've been commentating this game, I've heard references to Fury and I've heard references to Saving Private Ryan. No, today, Sharpie took us to Jurassic Park. I like that.
I'm a visual person. I wasn't very good at school, so it's all about visualizing stuff.
They're in the field.
That's it. They're in the field. He knows.
Oh, that's gold.
Kill one. I'm looking for the other guy that shot you on the west.
I'm just disappointed no one said clever girl yet. Ooh. IS-1's took a hit. Possibly off a heavy. Maybe AT. Engine's dead.
He's looking around.
Yeah. I think we just came in at the end of it. It sounded like he took a hit, but...
Where did we get hit from?
Ooh.
No marks on the tank. I think that T-34 might have just went down. Heard an explosion. They said, where'd we get hit from?
I can hear PPSH firing away behind him.
Oh, the poor buggers don't have a tank commander. I was wondering why he was scanning so much.
What's Kai shooting at?
Whispers just jumped out and tried to, obviously, I think, fend off some infantry
Oh.
got killed.
Oh, thanks. I was wondering what was going on. Why were they running a 2-man bloody squad?
Oh, they're getting a rep.
Nice.
Good. Yeah, there's the dead T-34. Mustn't have been a tank then. It must have been bazooka.
Yeah. Had to be AT, didn't it?
Yeah, which would be rare with Russian bazooka because it's the is it the 4th AT class for the Russians?
Yeah. Yep.
Soggy's Russian, so it would have been a
Still hear
Panzer
that
Shrek that got him.
show.
Oh, true.
Oh, well, there you go. That would be a good start, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'll be it.
I was about to start paying compliments to whoever did it.
Yeah. Impressive. Quite a bazooka.
Favorite AT class would probably be the Brits with the Piat. The reload time on that thing is unreal.
And it's so quiet as well. No smoke, really.
Oh,
No big streak of light going across the ground. Say, here I am. This is where it's come from.
You get behind that medium, and you know, there's nothing they can do. You've got 2 shots off in what, 4 seconds, something like that. It's incredibly quick.
Yeah.
And you can go full immersion of a bridge too far. Bring up the Piat.
OP. Took down on that.
So is this the TC, is it?
There's another one riding in him.
Or is this really hammered by, is it the Rofs on the German side, is it? Or are they on the
Rofs on the Russian?
Yeah, well, oh right, well then maybe it must be pushing back to a enemy backup garrison by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Jacko getting a little bit excited. I feel he's not having the best of times.
Lovely. Yeah, nice,
bro.
They're making us work for it. Before I get on point again, one just here, STG here.
Not Frankie special. If I get on point again, I'm Sadie in.
Yeah.
A bit of tank and tank action going on here, I think.
Obviously, as a tanker, you always want pings up from your infantry as much as possible, but you're not always going to every time have it. So it's good to see them just taking their time and not assuming because there's no tank pings that there's no tanks, and scanning the horizon.
Yeah, the worst thing you could do would be start going gung ho and thinking that the world is clear. That would be a very dumb move. So it's good to see some conservative armor play and just keep it up and not lose something so expensive for the commander.
The only thing I'd like to see possibly from their tanks is maybe a bit more use of like some light tanks. I know that the clown cars are very good. T-70 is a good little tank though. Just to harass more than anything. In this fog, you eliminate getting taken out by a panther sat on the hill, so you can utilize the fact that it's speed and maneuverability and just do a bit of hit and run tactics maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see. That'd be really cool.
T-70 is my favourite tank in the game.
Is it?
Yep. Because it can take any tank. If you know how to, if you've got a good crew, you're going to get behind the lines and you're going to take them all out.
See, I'm a Stuart fan. I love the Stuart for a light tank, but I also like the British light tanks. The British light tanks for drill are really good, like the Tetrach. The Tetrach is brilliant. It just bounces over everything.
I'm a fan of the Crusader. That's a fucking good looking medium tank.
Yeah.
I like that, but the other tanks are fucking great. The Stuart too, bro. It's too easy to hit with rockets. This big box. It's so so open. At least the T-70's it's nice. It's sleek. It's small, as you said. It's fast, maneuverable. Probably get some ricochets and shit.
But I do like that idea of the hit and run gameplay, no matter which one you're driving, just to get in there, and especially with this cover of fog, that could be a real game changer. in this match, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, and it can get used defensively as well. You know, for just driving around, popping OPs. Just that in itself would be a good thing. The only thing that's hard on this map is the trenches. It's really only viable south side of this map rather than the north in the Russian side.
What's up?
Buddy up, I need you to clear buildings.
My stream froze. What's going on here?
Yeah, I've had a bit of lag today too. Sorry, listeners.
I got whoever
Struggling a little bit.
Fuck on Meyer.
Bloody Optus.
I haven't hit that point yet. I haven't needed a bloody reset, so I am lagging a little bit here and there.
Yeah,
mine's completely dropped.
Mine's completely dropped too.
Oh, I can hear something now. Tank.
Yeah, I got Soggy Bicky just lighting things up. Ooh.
I'll leave and rejoin, see if that...
Yeah, too easy. Soggy's just...
Oh, there we go. I just stopped watching and started rewatching, fixed it.
Yeah, that's what I have to do.
Outpost is the only one up there.
OP is hot. Yep. Just keep pushing east here.
About half an hour in and they're still contesting around the middle there. Crispy called it. I asked Crispy before the match started, Sharpy. I don't think you were here yet, which way it's going to go, and he was saying it's either going to go real quick or it's going to be slow and methodical. It's not going to be anywhere in between, and I think we're in for a methodical match.
Watch that building.
I think you find that with a lot of matches these days. There's the gap between good teams and great teams is small, but very different. You know, the good teams do well, but the ones that are a bit more organised really take the advantage. But both teams are playing really well. It looks to me now that the 8th have just started to back up their midfield now, rather than just leaving it open. So there's going to be some gritty fighting now in the field.
Yeah.
Copy on north. Moving.
I'd like to see how much fuel and resources they have.
Rofs are capping midpoint.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're having a bit of a cap thing.
It's
cap back a little bit. Yeah. I think Rofs are going to lose at the moment. Not careful. Depends if I feel they may have a reinforce that they might pop.
I can hit the ground in front of us.
Oof. Losing ammo.
Not good.
That might have been that reinforce for them.
Jacko. Frustration there from Jacko.
Jacko and his extensive vocabulary.
He's a well-read individual.
Oh, so Rofs had 2 tanks pushing in, but by the looks of it, 8th don't have too much pressure. Maybe a squad in the SP, but it's enough to. It's enough to take good pressure on 4th.
Fuck it. I'm switching to.
Yeah.
Oh, they're changing back, I think, though.
Jesus. Swapping squads, Keystone. Getting a bit dynamic.
I think I saw a muzzle flash. Is he out there?
10 seconds.
Oh, so that's the IS-1 and the Panther angling up on each other. So the IS-1's somewhere in EF4, is it? And the Panther's just southeast of the point, of midpoint. Yeah, I think the whole.
Oh, yep.
I got a hit there.
Yeah,
good
that's us in
shot.
the color.
There we go. This next one should be it.
Moving.
Panther's backing up, but oh no,
Damn it.
it's so hard to see what's terrains in front of you on this, especially with the fog. It's a nightmare.
Wanted to go just to the right a little bit, looking where those flames were.
Doing good though, repositioning during a reload. Not a bad idea. So I'd have liked to have seen them try and finish that kill off. So,
Yeah, it's very conservative. I'd be
Yeah.
struggling to pull back there. I'd want to kill.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Kenny Powers doing Kenny Powers things. Oh,
Shout out to one of the great shows of all time.
oh,
Eastbound and Down.
fuck, that's good. I love that show, man.
These are impressive, eh?
We'll have to rewatch that soon. It's been a few years. It's fucking good quality, that show.
Yeah, I did season 1 and season 2 over the summer break. It was fucking fantastic.
Oh, nice.
That one when he goes down to Mexico and runs out to the fucking real American music at the baseball park. Jesus.
Okay, what do they call him? El Flama Blanca, the
Yeah.
white flame.
Yeah, El Flama Blanco. I'm Kenny fucking Powers, you're out.
Yeah. And he meets that dude, the Mexican actor that's in Fury and like
Yeah.
movies. He's like, "Oh, you racism? I love the racism, bro." Oh fuck.
Come on, you
Expounding down Jurassic Park. You come here to get the fucking laughs, don't you, boys?
Enemy tank on my caution. Looks like a heavy.
That's a reinforced don't not work, baby.
Good shooting, minor.
They make good use of that gear there.
Yeah. Oof. Ooh, the old-fashioned holding down the button to redeploy. I haven't seen that very often.
Yep, I see you.
good cap pressure.
Yeah.
Ah, just spoke too soon.
Curse of the commentator.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Should I go
Yeah,
back on
3-1,
defense?
2-1.
Ammo and supplies everywhere.
The boys are just stockpiling.
Yeah.
Is there a reason we kicked me?
I would be putting AP mines all along that trench. Oh, is that a couscous coming in?
Gus.
Love that.
Dear.
Excuse the Australian vernacular there. Sorry, Sharpy.
That's alright.
Yeah,
How many powers?
yeah, I'm getting down.
We're also playing 250 to fucking whatever they're playing on.
I've still got like fucking 20 kills, and I managed to take out a Gary on the attack, but yeah, I'm getting my shit pushed in.
Oh, that's something to consider. What servers are they playing on?
What do they got?
I was going to ask that before.
US
but
West.
Is it West?
Yeah, US West.
So
Alright.
it's a bit of a home field advantage for the 8th boys.
It seems to be running well though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, for most people, if you're running truly US West, the Aussies should be averaging about 240, 250 ping.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hit about 276, and I'm probably the worst of our group.
Yeah, so some unlucky individuals get 300s and stuff, but
Yeah.
for the
I
most
average-
part, it sits around 240, 250.
I think when I play on US West, I'm sitting about 170, 180.
Yeah, but you've got God tier fucking
Freak. Fuck, we
Well,
get
you
out
got
all...
Sharpy on US West. That'd be almost unplayable for you over there, wouldn't it?
I'm trying to think if we've played the US West. I think we might have done once or twice, and yeah, it's not nice. We play US East a lot.
No.
We played Berserk, was it? For TPL last week on US East. It was pretty good.
Okay.
You notice some now and
gonna
again
push
you'll
that
get
a
like a
lot,
spike
man.
where you have to put more than 1 or 2 rounds into some mod.
Yep.
But I feel that the actual tanks and things like that for like rubber banding are running well, even on high ping servers.
Yeah, the days of the massive rubber bands seem to be
Night.
hopefully in the past.
Another night map.
Yeah, 2 meters forward, 10 back.
Yeah, that was horrible back in the day.
Oh.
There you go. Well, so that's the thing. So even for like UK, for instance, to US West, it's about 8,500 Ks.
Yeah.
For Brisbane
I don't know, I'm
or
just
Sydney
sitting
to
below
US
that
West,
window.
it's about 11,500 to 12,000
Alright,
Ks.
not doing too bad.
Jesus.
So yeah, like that's why we can't play Europeans and
Give me
European
a
servers
fucking
at
window
all.
there.
We can play US West and Central's doable. It's not ideal, but East is completely unplayable for us.
Yeah, I played one on US East ages ago. I just accidentally joined on what's old mate's name that runs TPL or used to run it. You don't hear from him much anymore. Hercules.
Oh yeah, yep.
Joined on him and I lasted about 5 minutes and fuck, I was all over the shop.
Yeah. The Central is an in-between. It's still doable. It's not ideal, but like I think I average about 260 to 270 on there. Maybe 280 max, which is, it's still not great, but you can play. And I find the US servers, funnily enough, they seem to be on average, weaker in terms of player, so you can sort of make do with it a lot of the time.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of the boys say that. They go across there to farm some XP. They do XP.
Well, we know how great like a lot of their teams are from there, but they've obviously got a much larger player base to pull from. But it seems like on average they're definitely don't appear to be, because I'm going there with a ping disadvantage and doing better than I do in most Oz games. So
I could be wrong, but I feel Rofs are going to start putting a bit of pressure soon.
Well, it's getting to that time, isn't it? 38 minutes to go. You got to start thinking, what's happening here?
Yeah. 8th seem to be having a bit of armor superiority, whether better tanking or just better AT. Maybe not so much pressure then. They had a guy on the midpoint for a while, but
do we have a tanker's point of view from the 8th side?
No.
No.
Must do, no. It's a shame because they're tanking really good.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's hard to get a full picture. Like it seems like they may have the armor advantage, but it's hard to really say because it hasn't been like what we've seen. Rofs have been doing terrible in the tanks. They've had the upper hand a few times and been doing quite well as well. So it would have been great to get armor on the 8th.
Yeah, and they deserve a rap. Like I was talking about this on the podcast last night. It just confuses me why some teams are hesitant to show certain roles. Like you're making heroes out of your players here. Soggy Bicky's had an absolute weapon of a game, and Maya for the 8th. It's just every time Axel puts him on, I've been stoked with his gameplay. It's just show us what you're doing, boys, because there's not that much to be gleaned from it except for the fact that you're good players, and that's what everyone wants to see. That's why we're tuning in and loving this stuff. So.
And exactly, most of what wins a game isn't the game plan per se. It's the game plan gets you set up and whatnot, covers your basics, but then it's adapting to what's in front of you, the map, the play style, and the game itself.
I've watched so many streams and fell in love with so many different players. I remember watching Losso for the 8th and just thinking how great he was, and obviously those 9 May boys, Vlad and Casanova, and how fucking well they go. It's just it'd be good to see a bit more. But anyway, minor gripes.
8th have got 2 heavies on
the map.
Got an airhead up.
And an airhead.
Garrison.
Ooh.
Wow.
Be interested if they roll both these heavies in or they sit them in defensively. I'd be inclined to sit them defensively just because of the fog, but then also could apply a lot of pressure.
Look, regardless of what happens in this game, 8th have done extremely well. They've played a great game. If they could end this 4-1 even, that'd be insane.
Yeah, massive.
Keeping their
Rofs are
friendly
rolling
armor
up.
clear.
Rofs are rolling up 2 heavies.
With
at
Two
the same
heavies
time,
as
too.
well. Oh,
This could be what makes or breaks it for either team here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
They've-
hitting a
they-
crescendo here.
Imagine if we had the 8th armor. Fuck. The perspectives could be so good. Oh,
Jesus.
I think both teams are kind of angling for the same strategy right now: is get 2 heavies and let's start applying pressure.
Yep.
No one team seems to own the meat grind, so it's anyone's really for the taking.
They're in the trench line.
Oh, 3 heavies. 3 heavies, 8th have got. They have what I would call superiority bingo right now.
Yeah. That's scary.
They look very close together. Imagine someone, I've seen this happen before in a comp match, get a very sneaky, very lucky satchel off, and Kiwi Bro did it once against, in our quarterfinal match against you fellas in Season 2. He got one off that took out, I think, 2 76s.
Huge.
Yeah, that's the risk of having them close together on this map with a fog too. If someone's sneaky enough, it could take him out.
Jeez, if they don't, the gunpowder is going to be devastating. Soggy Vicky's got no idea what he's walking through or driving through.
No, they don't look to have much infantry support either. Right now, if I was them, I'd be screaming to have at least, a couple of squad leads just hanging around my tank. The lead IS-1 is damaged. I think it must be only tracks, I'm guessing, but it's definitely damaged.
From that landmine, the tank mine, yeah.
Something they do from time to time in the PC comp, they'll have a engineer station sitting on the back of the tank. Are you fellas a fan of that, or what do you think?
Oh, like riding the back there and just repairing?
Yeah, literally just laying prone, and they'll do some defense and then
That's
just
the Frankie special.
repairing.
Yep. Yeah, Dragon Fist has started doing it, and then once he elevated himself up in a squad lead, it's map dependent. It's not something I always do because it's fucking boring. But geez, it's really underrated. Like the tank commanders are always really, really grateful for it, and you can save the day sometimes.
Just seeing Rofs' resources. They're not got a lot left. Very little manpower, very little munitions, 300 fuel, like below 100 manpower and below 100 munitions.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is this play here. They either need to hold it till they know they can cap, or play very carefully now, because they can't really recover from this otherwise. It'd be interesting to see the apes' resources now.
I can't believe there's no one repairing that front tank. Like that flames on is going to make them more visible. They're also obviously weakened. I don't know why there's no one repairing that tank, or they're not prioritizing that.
Yeah.
Only takes a minute just to quickly get out and stop those flames giving away your location.
Yeah.
So just a quick glance then. The 8th don't have much more resources. They have more fuel, but only 200 more.
Yep.
Well, if that by now, probably very similar. So both teams are a bit of a. Oh wait, where are all the heavies gone? So all the heavies are on midpoint, circling it by the looks of it. There's definitely 2 in there, isn't there? I think they must have lost.
There's 3
one.
there. They're protecting the front door.
There's a 3. Sweet. Yeah, good idea.
That's going to be very hard to break through.
Well, it's just I notice things happening, and then I do it because no one else is doing it. So that's why I'm back here.
Not all heroes wear capes.
That's true.
Gary and OP are hot. Let's protect that tank.
Yeah, the 8th are definitely doubling down right now. They're doing the right thing with the tanks, keeping them moving.
Geo, we're moving up to protect you.
Hey, contact behind. Northeast.
I got an AT down.
Oh, good moving, Maya. I hope I'm saying it right. Maybe it's Maya. Protect the tank. Hold the point.
Hey, I got my squad.
Oh, here we go.
What can Vicky see?
It did sound like
No,
the
no, but
Panther
this-
was roughly aware, maybe not exactly, because there's tanks over there, watch out. So, interesting to see who gets first shot.
Be interested if the duo hit these. These two heavies work together. Not seeing anything like white chat talking. I'd like to see them two tanks in the white chat together, TCs, so they could work together a bit closely.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
they're rolling straight. They're rolling straight into Yankee. These tanks are going to be within 150 meters of each other very quickly.
I think the heavy's just up here somewhere, isn't it? They're looking in the roughly the right area, maybe to the left a bit more.
It's more
I
to
say
his
it's going to
right.
make us jump.
Ah, yeah.
Does he know what he's driving into? This is nuts.
I think his friend just went down.
Yeah.
This is the play.
That was
This
one
is the
take
play.
going left. He missed it. See the flames on it.
Yep.
I think the other IS one's up. I can hear.
Nah, so I'm looking at Maya's other screen because I can see it.
All right.
One tank's southwest, and one's coming in from HQ, and one's on
There you go,
southeast.
Eyes on it.
Yeah,
Go, stop. Right there, look, fucking stop, drop.
Oh, he hasn't
What are
seen
you
it.
doing?
He
What are you
hasn't seen
doing?
it.
No, Bicky, no.
Oh,
He hasn't
no.
seen it. Oh no.
You're eating the soggy Mickey tonight, mate.
It's still there. It looks like it's still there. It's still there.
It's still there.
Come on, bro.
Wow.
Oh, smoke
Shoot.
round saved it. Engineers
right.
attacking it. Oh, there it is to the right. To the
You're
right.
right,
Alpha
you're right.
Kilo.
Go on.
Well, he got the first
Oh.
round,
Kilo's on board.
but he's got the slower reload.
Spam the reload. No, they should have similar reload now.
Nah.
No.
Oh,
Bicky.
he got hit from something else then.
Kilo sat him.
I'm thinking he was trying.
Fuck, he had a bit of time. Fuck.
I could be wrong, but I'm sure the Panther got a nerf on its reload last update or last major update.
It did.
Pretty sure. Yeah. The only one with a fast reload now is for heavy. I think it's the Firefly from the British.
The Crusader's being dropped down to the 6 seconds that the Panther used to have as well.
Right.
I know it's a
Really?
little heavy though, but yeah.
Anyway, that was a big moment in the game, fellas. That could change a lot.
Yeah, losing that IS-1.
Yeah,
was
if it'd
not-
gone in the way of Rofs, that
not
could have been big.
Oh, but by the looks of it there, the Panthers get engaged by Rofs AT there. Only with the rifle, with the AT rifle, but
They've given up their armor.
Have they?
Soggy's
yeah,
out.
I don't think they have the
Yep,
fuel
yes,
for this,
too.
do they?
Shit.
Good call, to be fair.
Yep.
At this point, Rofs have obviously got them on the back foot enough to warrant throwing everything on point now.
They're coming in east, south, and west. Yeah. They're coming in from everywhere.
I haven't taken note, but I'd hope that 8th is still putting some pressure perhaps on the next point just to keep him busy. Just so they can't fully throw everything they can on mid.
I hope they are.
I don't know, Fox Company.
Some of them might
I'm getting close to that point where I'm going to say, Oddy, that this is the 8s to lose. They could play it very smart now and take out a 3-2 if they wanted to.
Yeah. Agreed.
A lot by the enemy.
I was about to say, the one team of many, but you don't want to do that to Rofs. You don't want to give them any opportunity to
You just
throw
look
that
at
full
them
pressure. Yeah.
That's a full squad just spawn, on the OP, pretty much on their midpoint.
Hey, they could be playing
Mayor's
some
not far,
4D
though.
chess. 4D chess, drop everyone off attack for, let's say, a couple minutes, 5 minutes or so. Let them think there's no pressure and you're going full defense. Let them commit everyone to offense. But really, you've got your boys maybe sitting just outside the 4 squares and then, boom, hit them fast, hit them hard, and, get a bit of shock and awe on them.
Seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Build up your resources.
It doesn't look like that based off the map. But they still got the garrison up nice and close to that 4th point.
SOP's right on top of these guys on this side. Yeah, and it's hot.
Shots.
Yeah, so it looked like they've lost a lot of their width in their garrisons. So, which concerning because Rofs are going to start applying the pressure all the way around.
Yep.
And the tank
They've still
on top
got
is
one
just
to the east, which is not such a bad thing. I think the east is the last part of the fog really running up to midpoint, so if most likely Rofs are going to use that way to get into the point.
Good shot. Oh, icky.
Oh,
bad luck.
I hate that. I hate that. You know when you're getting shot, you think, if I turn around,
Yeah.
I'm going to die, so I'll just keep running and hope for the best.
Yep.
maybe do a little hop jump and a spin around.
Whispers.
Yeah.
There's enough fuel for 2 heavies, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna call that out to Greasy that once. Oh, are you sure we do already have a heavy in mid?
We will in a moment.
I can't get off that.
Look at that garrison. Wow.
Yeah,
Right, going
it's
back
just
to
pulls so much manpower out of that cap sector.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
That's how we almost got point.
Really, they want to get. We see where item squad is. Item
Yep.
squad. If they can get a garrison there, that's
Yeah,
they've
they
got
got
good
supplies
presence
too,
there.
don't they? Yep.
If
Yep.
we can, let's get 2 west, 2 east.
And north is looking like it's glowing.
And by the looks of it, these guys are very fixated north-northwest. By looking at the compass.
It's like Scooby-Doo. Every time you split the gang up, something bad happens.
Mate's gameplay today has been, you know, wherever he's needed, offense, defense, switching between it. It's yeah,
so good.
Good to watch.
That's also back.
But if Rofs get that Gary up, they might pull 8's pants down right now. Oh, bad luck, Meyer.
Yeah, they're pressuring well here. Pressuring well.
Come on, Bicky, open your map.
Yeah,
bolt
that's
action,
all I want to
Soggy.
see.
Wow.
Is he rocking the
Mosen?
There we go. Well,
Oh, see, Garrison's locked, unfortunately, but
if they can clear that, then they're in business.
they're dropping supplies on windmills. But again, I think it's the wrong thing to do. They're pulling too many men out of cap pressure.
Got a lot of Roman.
Oh, three tanks again. 2 heavies and a medium.
Coming from windmills too.
Right next to Rofs' red zone
That's
garrison.
I was going to say that's where that Gary is, isn't it? Yeah, they've marked it up.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, they've got an infantry marker there, and they've got a squad member. I think the squad lead's heading there now.
Someone said it.
There we
Come
go.
on.
Ah, no.
Yeah, that garrison's down.
Yeah, 22 minutes. They're just too wide. They're trying to need to get in. I think they've got it locked.
Yeah, I don't like that. Can't really understand why the armor's so tight together and moving all in one direction. I suppose they've seen supplies drop up there, but they're going to get themselves.
Panther just got hit in the rear.
Off by AT at this rate. Yeah.
It sounded like an AT gun or a tank would hit it, not rockets. Interesting.
Yeah, seems Rofs have. Oh, to your right, Vicky. To your right, he's running right here.
Look at him. Oh, Bicky.
All right, he's a tanker.
Happens to all of us, Bicky.
Rofs are putting smoke on now, so I'm assuming they've got some sort of combined push coming soon. Yeah, they got OPs on the point.
Oh, Bicky's jumping back in a tank.
I just got a nade on me. you? Or did you wipe him? Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Take out that spawn, we'll be sitting a lot better. Yeah, at least another
Ooh,
squad.
is this Rofs getting pressure on?
Yeah.
Looked like it for a minute then.
Oh,
Ah, no, friendly arty as well. Oh, this will make you chuckle. House that you had on with me.
Yeah.
For the interview, he got directly hit in the head by a smoke round from our own arty the other day.
Wow.
So I couldn't even be mad. Hit
didn't
by a
even know that
smoke
was
round in the
possible.
head.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Holy crap.
Oh, they took my... I was gonna say, do you want to get a Gary up on the blue line? The bunch east. East off Gary 4.
Ooh, that Gary might save him. And they've got another one on the east still as well. They're very quick to get the garrisons back up. It's good.
Yeah, definitely agreed. The garrison maintenance has been great all game.
Oh, fuck.
They've got that advanced one just on the blue-red.
East.
It's also nice to hear they're not getting flustered, not getting, not stressing.
Yeah.
No, I fucking redeployed.
Cool, calm, collected.
Well, I was going that garrison behind the arm.
It's Southern American accent. Don't do that. That's fucking stupid.
About to lose that Gary to the east.
Then if you're with me.
Panthers rushing down. Oh, both Panthers are rushing down.
Jesus.
20 minutes left, or 18.
Wait, they must have either lost a PZ4 or lost the Tiger because they had Tiger and a Panther before.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good work, Keystone. Straight onto that.
How do your ATs work in your teams? We tend to favour AT runs rockets, and then we have someone with the satchel to finish the job off.
Yeah,
Or
mate,
do
definitely.
you guys?
No.
Yeah.
Always. From TFMC anyway.
Our whole team's
Cripple and then kill is what we go for.
Yeah, big time. Get those shots in, slow them down, and then Frankie comes in for the points. Oh, speaking of, there's my
Nice
favourite thing. Little hate handbag.
Satchel.
Yeah.
Man purse.
Oh, nice.
Oh, airhead.
Well done, Keystone.
Yeah, lovely play.
Nice.
Fair dues.
That's massive.
What a clip.
I thought he was going to stick that out there. That was great work from Keystone.
We got a fucking
Shooter. What a name.
Oh, Tiger's up as well.
What the fuck is going on?
I need a support ASAP. Let me know when you're up.
I got 30 seconds.
I wonder if Rofs have got any armour coming up now. Because they did mention they had two. Oh, here we go. Speak of the devil.
Yeah, Soggy's got one. Nice work.
I'm guessing this, by the looks of this is coming in from the east, is it?
He's just been sitting there. I think they're waiting for another heavy, and then they're going to push for one final push by the looks of it.
Fair.
Yeah, look at that. It could work. It could work. They need to take out them tanks, though. They need to take out that enemy armour.
Yep. Bit of pressure there on the mid.
Telling them right now, we're pushing circle and we're taking it right now.
Here we go.
We should all be able to filter in. We're in cap white now.
I'm gonna wait for
Oh, yeah. Good pressure. So
where was that tank sitting? Is it still deep
yeah,
in blue?
Sitting back
I don't
in
know.
the
Maybe
HQ.
it's north.
Okay.
Was it sitting back in the HQ?
Okay.
He's moving up now. So
He's
yeah,
gonna
he's
wanna
just coming out
go
of
move
HQ.
Are they bringing two up? I take it.
I think so.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, 2 to 3.
Basically this. We're fucked.
3 to 3, 3 to 3.
Oh, I think we're going to see a bit of OP swapping going on now. Whoever's got an OP on point is going to be very popular.
Yep. Yep.
Ah.
That might be friendly already outside your zone.
Coming in west through the houses. And they're on my supplies.
Get down, Genghis.
West side of defensive.
I need this.
About 30 seconds.
Oh, he's down. Oh, yo.
I love you, Huggy. Right here.
Whole squad just went
Far out.
Okay.
And look, but they both teams are fighting hard, but 8th are just maintaining. They're doing well.
Yeah,
I think it's this armor support. This armor support is just is saving the game for them.
Protect our tank.
And I think because there's so many of them, it's stopping Ross from like just swarming one tank, which I think they need to do. I think it's pick one tank and go for that one, and then go for the next. At the moment, I feel just trying to hit whatever they can find.
Yep.
All right, well, they want us on windmills, so we'll get up to windmills and then we'll fucking go up their ass.
Oh, unlucky.
That was a nice battle.
Yeah, 8th don't seem pressured to me. You know, for them to turn around and say, "Oh, they want guys up at windmill."
Yeah.
You know, if they have pressured, windmill will be the last thing I'd be thinking about. But
100%.
They seem very comfortable in what they're doing.
Does Soggy have a tank partner with him, Hacks? Do you know?
I'm not too sure. Obviously, they've got a full tank crew, but I don't know if there's any tanks behind them. Been trying to suss it out.
Yeah. It's kind of reaching now or never time.
Good fucking defense, boys.
Yep, watch that south field. Watch the south flank,
Yeah, get back and hit that other tank.
Yep, start fielding over there.
Mediums rolling up to Yamki.
Yep.
On the light thing, he's coming down the main MSR right now.
Hey, P and L, watch out, Garrett's lit.
It's smoke up here on thing.
That's lovely defensive garrison placement.
South is clear for now.
So you get fucking back. Get back where all the other heavies is.
There's an enemy MG somewhere in the north field.
Good work, Kenny.
Oh, nice. OP as well.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good.
Oh, and another one.
Very good run.
Hat trick.
Was that Mayer he took out as well? Just after he got that garrison?
Yep.
Possibly.
Yeah, it was.
Was it? That's gold. Kenny's doing business for the boys. I just need the rest of the rest.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that tank's made him change his
Straight
mind
down
real
the
quick.
Yeah, regretting his life decisions now. That's it. Just pretend it was never there.
Oh, bad luck.
Not much you can do with the SVT against that.
He needs to shoot. He's got the tank right in front of him. You can see its turret.
Oh, come on.
He's literally looking right at the thing.
What's going on?
Why would you not take the shot?
This has happened twice now.
As a tanker, I'm saying you got to. Yeah, you're done.
Oh,
Soggy.
Hit from somewhere else.
Bad luck.
Ah, soggy man.
That could be
Should've
well and truly
spectators.
getting over.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Rofs.
No.
How much fuel they got?
Gary's locked in the red.
Yeah, they're dropping to empty now.
Yeah.
Everyone's dead at the moment. Oh, here we go. Kenny's back in.
Oh.
Is that a garrison that they've got there, or is it just an OP? I don't know how the
I
hell
think they
that's
had
on.
one. I think they had the East Red Zone garrison, didn't they? Rofs did.
Enemy heavy on ping.
They keep just flooding into this area, don't they? Ooh. Yeah, this is nice. He's got that panther circling around him like Jaws. Oh, some brilliant fighting going on here now. This is what it's about. This is what it's both reloaded and doing the dance. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Get your knives out.
Oh. Yeah, that was definitely shovel time for me. I would have just started swinging.
I'm terrible with the shovel. I'm convinced I'm more dangerous to myself.
I'm more dangerous to my teammates.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's had the blood of my friendlies on it a fair few times now. Oh.
Okay.
Third time's a charm.
No one, friend.
They've got the cap going.
Ooh, 2-2. 2-2 cap.
Oh,
3-2 cap.
3 all cap.
Oh,
3 all
no.
cap. Oh, contested. Oh.
Contested. Ah, come on, the boys.
Yep. AP on the Panther. No. You got a Sadie. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the right one. Go on, son. Go on. Oh, no. Hard lands. They've lost it. It mustn't be much in it because it keeps changing very quickly. But they have got pressure on 4th by the looks of it. 8th have got pressure on 4th point as well.
Out buildings.
Yeah.
So not much in the name of
Rofs
resources.
throwing everything they can now. Oh shit, I'm lagging.
Yeah, 150 on everything at the moment, resource wise. So not looking good.
No.
He's starting to do some work now too. Doggy. Oh fuck!
Oh, so close.
Unlucky, brother. It's not been his day today. Fuck, I know those days.
Oh yeah.
Infantry around our
This is getting hard keeping up with everyone. Everyone keeps time.
I feel this game would have been a lot different had it been a more open map, a bit more view. It's really, it's really favoured whoever's mid-capped first. Really, I know that there's been an exchange at the beginning, but
We might also have to
defensively, it's really favoured.
get Soggy to go to Specsavers so he can see the tanks.
Yeah, he's had a couple of moments there, the poor fella.
It's too much pressure. He would be trying to focus on too much. He'd be narrow-minded.
The amount of times I've looked back on clips and I've been like, taking out a tank and not realised there's like 1 to 10 yards to the left, and I'm just not fixated on it or anything, just carried on with my day.
When you're playing and you're all relaxed, you're much more aware, and then obviously the pressure of just competitive play, it's at stake. You get that narrow vision, fucking
Yep.
It's like sport, mate. Like in training, you can do wonders, but good luck doing that in the game. Only if not the same thing.
100%.
Take it out.
Clear out the OP.
Who's this mate? God, these guys are fighting really close with the Rofs squad that we watched a second ago. They are 10 yards away.
Oh, copy.
Yep. Capturing.
Yeah, bit of
Rofs
pressure.
get the
3-2.
garrison. If
3-3.
Rofs get the garrison, it can really turn this.
They need to, don't they?
Just here, all you can hear is PBSHs in the background.
Yeah. Honestly, it gives me nightmares. That sound.
Yeah, the only thing that sounds similar is the MG42, mate. They're both incredibly high firing. It's intimidating to hear.
Nightmare sounds.
And then you got the British, and they're just big fucking beefy, fucking sound like cannons
Honestly.
firing after time.
Yeah. What's that? An anti-aircraft gun? No, whenever I think about the PPSH, I just think of Call of Duty World at War and having the high rate of fire perk on the PPSH, just dumping a mag in about half a second.
There's North.
What could do with a few of them?
Close range, Berlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear him. He's down.
We've got a minute to initiate some cap here, Rofs, so it's not looking good.
Yeah, this is. Oh, no, I'm not going to call it yet.
Great game. Fucking, it's a great game.
Oh, it's been fun. Like, we've got the full 90.
It's been worth staying up till 2:30 in the morning anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how you've done it, but yeah, very much appreciated.
Ah, enjoyed it. Enjoyed it.
Not only that, you've been coherent. Don't know how you managed that.
I'm pretty good at talking a load of shit, so
I will.
it comes naturally.
This is what you come to Summit for, listeners, where the best teams are playing, and you've seen two great teams playing today.
Yeah, I think 8th have really shown, regardless of whether they win or lose. I mean, they've competed with one of the best teams, the best team in Oceania for sure, and one of the best teams going around in the comp scene. So their future in Summit's looking bright. Be very surprised if they don't make it to the finals.
Don't let your memories fall too short. This is last season's Summit. Well, they were finalists. They narrowly lost to 7th in the final, Rofs. So 8th are making a statement victory here. This is huge.
I'm so sorry, Key. I'm so sorry.
With a team kill there.
Corporal payback.
Yeah, yeah. Ironic. No. Well, it went against everything I said about the losing the superiority for the Germans. The 8th have played well. They got their armour superiority and really held.
That's really the story of the game, isn't it? We always try and grasp onto what we've seen, and I know that there's other perspectives that we haven't had access to, but that armour from the 8th has just dominated the game.
I think a lot of it contributed. They haven't pushed their armour into the fog at all.
Yeah,
you know, they've never gone past mid, and they've kept mobile. They've kept in areas near friendlies. The infy after the first 30 minutes have seemed to have gone. Yeah, we can't hold when we're too far out, so we're going to hold round and in the cap sector.
41, 42.
Played very well.
Yep.
And everyone's been very versatile from what I've seen. You know, you're seeing squads being in different areas at all times. 1 minute they're there, 1 minute they're on a different flank, defending, attacking. It's been good to see. Very fluid as well. It's not been janky the way that.
Nah, this is chalk and cheese to the team that I watched play 9 May a few weeks ago.
GG's, boys. Fucking good shit.
That was a GG.
It was good to fucking have you, brother.
Very nicely done.
Very well done.
Well done. Are we going to get interviews, do you reckon, after the game, Hacks?
Yeah, we've said to jump in it after.
And we're back capping a little bit towards the end. Fuck yeah.
That insults your injury there.
Everybody should finish. Yeah.
Well, I expect whoever versus Rofs next to be coming up against a very team looking for revenge.
Yeah.
Wow. That's huge.
Incredible.
You see, Rofs had good amount of fuel left in the end. Oh no, Apes did. Everyone had a good amount of fuel, but the resources on there's quite a bit of manpower, Rofs, compared to them.
Massive result. We've got the boys coming in now. We've got Snowy and Wompy here. We'll let a few more filter in, but that was a 3-2 victory for the 8th against last season's Summit Edition 2 finalists, Rofs. We've got Wompy here, mate, and we've got Snow. Snowy, we'll start off with you. Congratulations on a great win. We've got plenty of questions to ask you, but just first, just your general thoughts on the match and how things played out. Anything you want to say?
The toughest team I've ever played against. I thought 9 was hard. God, damn, that was tough. Very, very well disciplined and very good cap weight team. No, I've never played against them, and man, they play a lot differently, almost than I thought. Like I've asked around, and you guys play a lot differently than even I thought. So it got hairy a couple of times, and I honestly think that was anyone's game. I think it was just a couple of things to do with the map, the positioning, the faction. I think this is the type of game, and that's the type of team that if you play 10 times, it would split down the middle. Very good team, very well disciplined team. Yeah, that sums up Rofs in my opinion as well completely. They're fantastic to watch, and you guys were too today. The match itself, we've got so many questions to ask. I've got Sharpy, Oddy, and Hacksaw here with me as well. Maya, before we throw to those boys and throw to Wompy, you had an absolutely sensational game, mate. Your gunplay was absolutely fantastic. Any thoughts from you, Maya?
Man, our defense was holding, but their attacking was very methodical. The way they were flanking us, and they were coming from all different directions. But I think the fact that we just had a 360 view, at least one man watching everywhere, so we were able to, assess it and go where we needed to. So hats off for 8 defense.
Yeah, we heard a lot of great communications from your squad and other squads as well. Keystone's coming in now as well. Keystone, anything that you'd like to say, just opening general thoughts before we start asking you guys some questions?
Nothing too much from me. ROFS is an amazing team. That was an awesome fight. But that's about it.
Nice and great work, and congratulations to Maya and Keystone. I had said that before you guys come in, so fantastic win against last season's finalists. We've got Wompy and Heelsy as well. Wompy, any general thoughts before the boys ask some questions?
Congratulations, 8th, Snow and Maya. You put up a awesome fight. I think we might have had a chance if the tanks didn't exist, but their tank squads were just unreal. They were just so hard to keep deleting. But I think that was our Achilles heel. That game was dealing with their tanks.
Yeah, Wompy, I think you hit the nail on the head. That's probably going to be some of the questions you're going to get asked. But before we do, Heelsy, anything that you'd like to say?
Just massive grats to 8th. It was an awesome match. Like we were saying it in our officer chat, just how like it was fun, and the way that they were playing. There was always constant pressure on our defensive point, but they were dug in incredibly well for themselves defensively, and just mad respect to the 8th crew. I thought it was amazing battle, but you guys were better on the day. Congratulations.
Yeah, nice, man. I'd agree with that too, just from the viewer's perspective. And boys, if you're not talking, just remember to mute yourselves so we don't get any feedback. Definitely agree, Heelsy. It was fun to watch the whole way through, and it never felt like any of the teams were frustrated or trying to do too much. It seemed calculated, and I was saying that that's what you come to Summit for, where you come to see the best teams play. Losso, you snuck in there, my hero of the machine gun fame. Any thoughts that you want to add before I open it up? How are you, bro?
Good, man. Yeah, it was a fun game, man. They kept a lot of pressure on us. We really tried to control the blue line better, but couldn't really seem to get up there. It was a good back and forth. I thought our tanks played really well tonight. Armor's kind of been our weakness for a while, and they had some long lives tonight, so I was really happy about that. Yeah, I mean, other than that, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. If armor's been your weakness, then it certainly fucking wasn't tonight. He had 3 bloody heavies sitting in there at one point on the cap. All right, I've talked enough, so I'm going to open it up to the boys. Odyssey, anything that you want to ask to anyone?
Just want to say congrats to both teams. A great fucking tight match. If you put up that sort of fight against the Rofs, you're in good stead to beat just about any team going, I reckon. So to the 8th, we watched and commentated on your first game against 9th, where obviously you put up a good fight, but weren't able to get away with the win on that night. It's only been, I think, 5 or 6 weeks, something like that, and you've made drastic improvements. What is the biggest difference, in your opinion, between 6 weeks ago and now?
I mean, since that point, I mean, we've done a lot of recruiting. I mean, we definitely brought in some new guys. We've been working really hard on that. So, I mean, it's just been a slow grind, improving the roster, getting more dedicated guys in here. And, it's really paying off playing, scrims against top teams, playing the, just mixed clan lobbies every single night. Got a lot of dedicated guys, and yeah, it's really starting to come together for us.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother.
No, yeah, whoever. Yeah, go.
It's just keeping a culture of, like, a lot of these guys came from that's never even played comp before they came here. Obviously, we're getting some good influx of some talent from other teams. That's just the way it goes. We'll lose talent from other teams. I mean, it's just the way the scene is, but it's developing a culture and a mindset of how you play. It's just having guys that buy in. They don't have to be level 500. They just need to buy in and work together. I think that's the most important thing that we're developing. And the more games we play, the bigger and stronger the bond to get.
Yes, sir.
It's awesome. Well, congratulations to you for that. It's been unreal. For Rofs, lads, unlucky, a very tight game, as you said. Could have went either way. A few things changed. I know you lads are fucking great infantry players, and long ranges, great shots. Do you feel like, as you said, could have went either way, different map, different time, but different settings? Do you think that the fog perhaps may have played into it a little bit, or what do you think maybe went wrong for you tonight? There still wasn't much in it either way, but how do you feel about tonight's game from your point of view?
I'll let you go first, Wompy, so we don't talk over each other.
Yeah, look, fog's always going to have an issue, but the fog's in the map, it's on both sides, so you can't sort of run with those excuses. Oh, the fog made us lose, I guess, because the opposing team has to deal with the fog as well. I think the biggest thing for us, that tank cruise, we didn't have our regular tanks as well, so we're a bit struggling on the tank front, and 8's tank crews were just so strong. So like I said, if tanks didn't exist in the game, I think we would have been okay this game. But unfortunately, they do.
Can I agree with Womp? I think it was where we privileged tanks, and I don't know if you guys saw it. There was a moment where we were trying to drive 2 heavies out of the headquarters, and we're doing handovers and trying to make, but we were getting smashed by infantry out on the western flank. So they were ready for that moment in time to try and take out our tanks. We were defending them like tooth and nail. So it was just massive props to the 8th in the way that they prioritized their own tanks, but also prioritized offensively to get rid of ours before they could be effective towards the point. That was strategically just a really nice move, and despite our best efforts to defend them, definitely better on the day.
Yeah, I'll quickly pinch in there. We definitely did see that. It was Sharpy that pointed it out. So many teams can fall into the trap, and this is a big credit to you guys. 8th can fall into the trap of sucking back in too tight into the point and defend, but we never really heard them get too panicked or get too stressed, and they were pushing out. We even heard in the dying minutes that they were happy enough to go out and push to the windmills rather than just stay conservative and stay in that point. So, yeah, man, we definitely did see that, and that army game was on point. Is there anything that you wanted to say to that, Snowy?
Dude, it's cursed, man. That map, like I said, goes anyway. And from playing this game a lot, you know there's some key points of the map that you have to take to either hold that point or lose it. And credit to them, they were taking like windmills, for example.
Yeah.
For that last 30 minutes when they got set up on windmills, it was clinch time. It was scary a couple times, and they were getting behind us. This is a tough map for anyone. But and that fog sucks. I wish that map was banned. Hate that map.
Before I throw it to Sharpy, Oddie, anything else you wanted to say?
For me, great gaming in, fellas.
Nice. Sharpy, any questions?
Not really, no. Just hats off to both teams. Rofs, you played well. As for you saying that the fog doesn't make much difference, I think you do yourselves a little bit of an injustice there. I think the Russians definitely in that lower ground north of mid, they struggle. You do struggle. Anything south of mid and up onto that higher ground, you've got much more range to see. So I wouldn't do yourselves too down on that respect. 8th, it was great to see you adapt. You seem to adapt through the game more and more as the time went on. First half an hour, I was a little concerned. You looked a bit open. You concentrated very much on your flanks, which you were rightly to do so. But you looked to pull quite a lot of manpower out, which left your door open for Rofs when they did cap. But you turned it around, adapted, tightened up a little bit, sent people out onto your flanks, but just small amounts, and did a really good job. Your armor boys, fantastic job. Exactly what I'd have done. You never put them in a position where they were vulnerable. Just kept them circling the point, and that was really what just kept the point for you. It was I wouldn't have liked to have been in Ross' position going up against them. Definitely not. I think did you have 3 heavies or 4 heavies near the end there? Really good resource, use, and not overdoing yourselves, and just generally looking after your assets. So yeah, brilliant, well done. Great game to watch.
Yeah, agreed. Every time we saw one of the Rofs boys, Kenny Powers, he like this, went on a couple of massive tears in the sort of closing quarters. But every time he'd go on a massive tear, we saw him at one point and it made us laugh. He went bolting out of a house, and all of a sudden, one of those tanks were just sitting there, and it's like, well, fuck.
No.
You can do all the infantry killing you want, but when you run into one of those tanks, you're just screwed. So, hats off to the 8th, and Rofs, you did a lot better, and you handled it a lot better than I reckon most teams would have. Actually, is there anything that you'd like to say to the boys?
Nah, it's all been pretty much covered. It was just a fucking amazing game, pretty much.
Well, I'll say this, and Rofs, you won't laugh now, but you will laugh later once the pain of defeat starts to wash away. We are going to definitely need to get Soggy Biscuit a voucher for Specsavers, but I'll leave that with you. When you go back and watch the footage, you'll know what we're talking about.
Okay.
But no, seriously, much commiserations to Rofs. I know you guys will take it hard, but I also know that, like Oddie said before you joined in, whoever comes up against you next is going to be in for an absolute serving. And 8th, Jesus, you've made a reputation for yourselves. Excuse me, taking the Lord's name in vain. You're definitely going to set a reputation now, and whoever comes up against you is going to be coming back and looking at this footage and making some plans. So congratulations, 8th, commiserations, Rofs. Any final words, Snowy?
No, sir. Just outstanding. Much respect to RFS.
Thank you,
much respect.
Thank you very much to all of you for streaming and helping us coordinate this. I hope everyone that's been watching along has enjoyed it. And like I said, Summit, this is where the best teams play. And we'll see you guys on the next stream. This is Frankie Boy on behalf of the Lads Let Loose podcast. Go watch the potty now. See you next time.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys making it happen and streaming, man. It's cool.
Good night, gentlemen.
Yeah, hope you guys have a good night.